All right, welcome to this meditation on healing your throat chakra. It's been a couple years, I think, since I've done this meditation on clearing the throat chakra. And I'm noticing a lot of people are needing it right now. This healing will be a great way to get some old stuck energy out of your throat so that you can begin to use your voice and be better able to communicate your thoughts, feelings, and be heard. For some of you, you may clear so much in this healing that you find your voice quickly. You may be surprised. You may surprise yourself, and others may be surprised at your ability to speak up. If you're new to the monthly meditation, I'll walk you through how to look and heal the energy in your throat chakra by using mental images. If you don't see what I'm asking you to create, that's okay. You'll still receive a benefit by following along the best that you can. If the meditation moves too quickly, you can listen to the replay on YouTube. I'll start the meditation by helping you get your body into present time by grounding and releasing some energy. When you bring your body back into present time, it'll allow you to clear more energy with ease. Being in present time really helps just about everything. All right, one more thing, if you're new to visualizing symbols to look at and heal energy, like we do clairvoyantly, don't overthink it. Just follow along. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Close your eyes and relax. Take a couple of deep breaths. Make sure your back is straight, your feet are flat on the floor, and your hips about hips width apart. If your legs are uncrossed, that's better, because when you cross your legs, it actually can stop the flow of you releasing energy. Tune into your body. Where's your energy right now? Your energy spreads out throughout the day. And what I mean your energy, I'm talking about your aura. So you really want to bring your aura into about 2 feet around you, 2 to 3 feet around you on all sides. So imagine you can scoop your energy back in around you, or just start imagining it's pulling back in around you. If you're in your house, your energy could be as far out as the walls of the room you're sitting in, or perhaps even wider. So collect your energy up, bring it in around you. For those of you who have a current grounding cord, go ahead and release it, allow it to retract into the planet. And if you know how to create a new grounding cord, go ahead and create a new one in present time. To get yourself grounded and to be able to release energy, if you're not used to making a grounding cord, you need a vehicle to be able to release energies out of your physical and energetic bodies. There's a simple tool called a grounding cord that you can visualize that will help you achieve this. All you have to do is visualize, say, like a hollow open tube. I guess hollow is open, but an open tube that kind of attaches at the base of your spine. That's basically the area close to the area where your root chakra is. So if you can imagine connecting a hollow tube to the base of your spine and allow that tube to, without overthinking it, flow down through the layers of the planet, where it goes all the way down and plugs into the crystalline core of the planet. And once you have that grounding cord attached, or that hollow tube grounding cord at the base of your spine, it starts to work with gravity by about 35% to help you release energies that you're ready to release. Now, if you're having a problem seeing the grounding cord attach at the base of your spine, you can tape it on, you can glue it on, you could Velcro it on. You get used to just visualizing it being there. And once you have that attached at both ends, you're going to want to expand it out to encompass at least your hips. So just imagine that your grounding cord can expand out that hollow tube. So now you're sitting in it, and it's as wide at the top as it is in the middle and the center of the planet. It'll just help you to release more energies with more ease and more quickly. I'm going to call it some energies that you may censor in your space. And when I call them out, you just have to say hello to them and allow gravity to pull them out of your space, your aura, your body, down that grounding cord all the way to the center of the planet where that energy gets recycled. So I want you to tune in and sense or postulate if you're holding on to any energies from the busyness of your day that releases out of every part of your body and aura, all that busyness, and allow it to release down the grounding cord all the way to the center of the planet and let that energy get recycled. Release stress out of your space. Tune in, even starting at the top of your head, if you're holding on onto stress in your head, jaws, shoulders, back, your hands, anywhere, your hips, your legs, any kind of stress, especially if you had a stressful, busy day, allow that to release out of your body and down the grounding cord. Don't forget to breathe as you're releasing. And then tune in and release all the yucky, junky energy that's collected up in your space just by being out in the world. Sense if you're holding on to any of that energy and release it. And release any unconscious energy, along with that, yucky or junky energy you might have picked up. You can pick up a lot of unconscious energy from other people. I mean, it could be your unconscious energy that's kind of sitting in your space, kind of hanging out. So, you could always imagine that an energy is a texture or a color and allow that to release out of your body. So you could imagine that if unconscious energy were white or kind of a light gray, just have a sense that that energy is releasing out of your body and your aura completely, going all the way down the grounding cord, just sliding all the way down into the center of the planet. Okay, to balance your body, you need to replenish yourself with energy or you'll be depleted. So you always have to release and replenish. And remember, this is a pretty quick grounding and replenishing to get us grounded. In a normal meditation, you might want to take, 2 or 3 times as long to release and replenish. To replenish yourself, I'd like you to create the image of a large, warm, golden sun sitting about 6 inches above your head. And imagine that sun can magnetize or call back your energy from wherever you left it, because you leave a little bit of energy everywhere. So at work, with people, errands you ran, you can leave some energy and attention in projects, emails. Think about where you left your energy and imagine that it just gets called back and gets pulled into the sun above your head. And when you have your energy into the sun, collected up in the sun, go ahead and imagine that sun can easily flow in through the top of your head, and all that golden life force energy That's your life force energy flows down and starts to fill you in, so that gold can float into your toes. It can flow into your feet, up your legs, saturating all your cells. Let that gold fill up your torso, so your organs, through your upper body. Let it flow down your arms to your fingertips, up your neck to the top of your head. And if you haven't done this in a while, especially if you haven't grounded and released in a while, I would ground and release for a bit longer in your own meditation. And you may need several golden suns to collect up your energy to bring yourself, so you're way more in balance. All right, once you have that completed, we'll go ahead and just take a couple of deep breaths, and we'll go into healing the throat chakra. In last month's meditation, we were working on healing the heart chakra. So we'll kind of look at throat chakra in the same way, the same setup. So if you're new to this work, in order to look at energy clairvoyantly, the energy of your throat chakra, you need a place to view the information. So I'm going to walk you through how to create the images on your very own clairvoyant viewing screen. To create this image of a screen with your eyes closed, have some attention about a foot in front of your face. And you can create a white blank screen. The screen can be about a foot wide, a foot tall, can have a border on it. You can create it however you'd like to create it, but it's best if it's white so that you can see the images you're going to work with, kind of much like a computer screen or a movie screen that is white. Create that screen out in front of your head. And in order for that screen to stay in place, you'll need to anchor it into the planet. So you can do this by adding a grounding cord, like the grounding cord on your body. You'll ground that screen by plugging a hollow tube into the base of the screen and allowing that tube to go down through the layers of the planet and plug into the crystalline core. So if your screen ever moves around, you probably need to reground it, because sometimes energies don't want to be cleared. So we can look at something on the screen and the screen is moving around, or the image is moving around, and that's probably because it needs to be grounded, or some energy doesn't want to be cleared out of that space. So if that's happening, be sure to anchor it really well. Right, to look at the energy throat chakra, you're going to create the symbol on your screen that will represent your throat chakra. Since chakras are spinning discs, I know they're shaped like a disc. On your screen, I want you to please create the image of a circle that will represent this chakra. So go ahead and create that circle. And as you create that circle, postulate it holds the energy of where your throat chakra is vibrating right now in present time. And to the base of that circle, like I was just mentioning, you're going to want to not only ground it to keep it in place, so you add a hollow tube to the base of that circle on your screen, but that's going to be the vehicle your throat chakra is going to, the vehicle to release the energies out of the throat chakra. So plug a grounding cord into the base of the circle, plug it into the center of the planet. And look at the circle right now, that circle that represents your throat chakra. It may be full of foreign energy, meaning energy that's affecting your ability to speak up and really use your voice. So that energy may show up as a dark texture or color. You don't really have to know what energy that's representing. If you see it, just know that that's probably foreign energy if it looks like it doesn't belong. And to begin to heal whatever you see in that space, allow, just by looking at that circle, allow that energy that you see that doesn't belong, just say hello to it and allow it to flow down the grounding cord on that circle. kind of just want to give it an overall healing and see what state it's in. So if it's really gummed up, that probably means that, that there's been a lifetime of not using your voice. So we'll work on some specifics to release out of that space as well. Know that whatever you're doing, working an image on your screen, that actually translates to releasing energy out of your physical body. So after doing that, like initial flush of whatever you're seeing right now in present time in that chakra, I'm going to have you start looking at some specific energies. And as I call out an energy, you're just going to postulate that if that energy is held in the symbol of your throat chakra, that circle, that it shows up as a texture or a color. And again, you're going to do the same thing, release it down the grounding cord just by saying, hello, I see you, acknowledge it, and then basically send it down the grounding cord. So looking at the throat chakra, ask the circle to show you any energy around your parents that is negatively impacting your throat chakra. Maybe your parents told you not to speak up. Perhaps they energetically shut your throat chakra down or your voice down so you wouldn't talk back, or they could control you. If you were chatty and they didn't like it, excuse me, they may have thrown some energy at your throat chakra just to get you to stop talking. There could be all sorts of parents' energy in that throat chakra. Whatever you see and as a texture or color in that circle, say hello to it, allow it to release. And if you're feeling very like it's really lighting up the throat chakra on your body, where you can feel it where you're sitting right now, then remember you have a grounding cord on your body where you can release that energy out of your throat chakra. So you're working the screen and your physical body if you need to. You can tell this is highly charged because I can feel my throat chakra really getting activated right now. I think we all probably have some matching pictures. So let's spend an extra moment clearing this energy out of the circle. Parents' energy. If you're in a female body culturally, and that you might have been programmed culturally to not use your voice, to tone it down, to not speak up. So look for any energy in that throat chakra circle that comes from, I'll say, the family lineage or culturally. And you know, it doesn't have to just be a culturally. Sometimes some people are raised in homes where females just weren't allowed to use their voice. Maybe there was a very controlling husband or father. So if you see energy around cultural programming, or where, let's say, male energy shut down that throat chakra, a woman's ability to speak, go ahead and release that. And not just to bag on men or dads, some of you may have had a volatile mother. So perhaps your mother threw some energy at your throat chakra. take a look in that circle for your mother's energy. And this may be so lit up that you have to work this tool again. We're going through it faster because it's a short meditation, but look for any of your mother's energy in that throat chakra circle. Remember, if you can have some forgiveness for your parents, I'm not saying you have to forgive them completely or to whatever level you can, but people can only do what they have the energy available access to in their bodies. So if you had a parent who wasn't very evolved, they have a history that kept them from evolving. So having a little forgiveness for where your parents were at so that you can start to release and really let go, that will be helpful. Okay, I want you to look for any competition from siblings. So if you had siblings in a household and they may have tried to shut you down so that they shine more brightly, or there could have been competition, there could have been abuse from siblings, it could be anything. So look for siblings energy where it lights up and has affected your throat chakra. Whatever you see in that circle, go ahead and release it. Okay, I want you to look for other people in this chakra. Anybody who has stifled your voice. That could be bosses, co-workers, teachers, coaches. It could be anybody. You may sense that in an odd texture or color, or you might even see them sitting in that chakra. So whatever you see, allow it to release and slide all the way down the grounding cord into the center of the planet. It does not hurt them. It just gets them out of your space. I didn't mention grandparents. So if people who show up in your throat chakra who have stifled you, besides bosses and coworkers and teachers and coaches, you might also look for grandparents' energy. Aunts and uncles even. Okay. If you are sitting in any punishment energy, so look for in that chakra any punishment energy your throat chakra might be have collected up. What I mean is, if again, if you spoke up as a child, maybe you were punished. Oftentimes partners will punish each other and throw energy at the throat chakra so the other one stops talking. So whatever shows up around punishment, go ahead and release it. And again, I'm going through these really fast. If I were sitting here doing healing on my throat chakra, looking at these, I would take, a bit more time to look at each energy if it was pretty gummed up. But to stay somewhat on time here, I'll keep moving forward. If you're afraid of using your voice in a relationship because you're afraid if you do use your voice, it may negatively affect your relationship. Maybe it could cause a breakup. So you stay quiet and you stuff that energy. We've all done it. Ask to be shown any energy from this lifetime or past lifetimes that could be from any situation that causes fear for you to use your throat chakra in a relationship. So whatever you see, allow that to release down the grounding cord. Remember, if you're using your voice in a relationship and it's coming with from a place of integrity and not malice or yelling at somebody, I'm talking about using your voice to express how you feel. And if your partner, if that causes a breakup, then it probably wasn't meant to be. If your partner can't listen to you coming from a place of honesty and truth and integrity, if you're afraid of that, afraid of losing them, and then they weren't meant to be yours if you're just communicating and they go away. So don't be afraid to use your voice. All right, look at the energy of resistance in your throat chakra. So that resistance could be just that tension, resistance. Again, it could be attached to anything. So look for the energy of resistance in the throat chakra and release it. And one more energy to look at, any judgments that you're sitting in or that are sitting in this chakra. That could be judgments about how you speak. It could be the words you use. It could be the way you communicate. This could go all the way back to childhood. Whatever you see in that chakra around judgments, go ahead and release it. I mean, for some people, if they had a list or they spoke a different language and maybe English wasn't, or whatever the language is, whether you're here and English wasn't your first language and you had an accent, whatever the judgments are, for any reason that could be in your throat chakra, release it. Take an honest look at the shape or the condition of that circle representing the throat chakra. Does it look cleaner and brighter? Do you see any high bright colors starting to peek through after you cleaned the debris out? If you see a high bright color, just imagine you can expand that color to fill that circle in. You might see more than one color. And We want to go ahead and replenish that space with some high, bright colors to raise the vibration of your throat chakra even higher. So imagine above the circle on your screen, create the image of a warm golden sun. And you're going to add some energies into that sun that you'll eventually bring into that circle, energies that are going to help raise the vibration of your throat chakra up. I'll suggest a few, and then you can add some of your own. You can see them as words written in gold floating into that sun above the circle on your screen, or you can just postulate that those energy vibrations you're thinking of float into that sun. Into that sun, you could add some energies like I'm safe speaking and using my voice, clear communication, maybe some truth and integrity, freedom, and anything else energetically that you feel like you want to replenish that throat chakra with. Go ahead and add those energies into the sun. Then imagine you can just bring that sun in through the top of that circle, and all those beautiful, yummy, rich energies you just put in the sun, they flow into the circle and fill that heart chakra up. So this will be really healing for this throat chakra. Again, so many of you may have to go back and do this again, but this is a good start. And believe it or not, even in this short meditation, you're going to be clearing a lot of energy. So be sure to continue to drink water and ground and release for the next several days so that you can move through the energies that you're going to be processing. All right, now that you're done with the healing of the throat chakra, in order to clear that symbol off your screen, imagine you can take that circle and put it into a big gold bubble, create the image of a pin and pop that bubble to disperse it. We always like to clear images off the screen when we're done working on them so that you don't have multiple pictures clouding up something else that you want to work on. So it's always good to clear them off. All right, because you're releasing energy off your body, we're going to go ahead and fill our bodies in as well. So above your head, go ahead and create the symbol of a large, warm, golden sun. And imagine that you can call your energy back from the the meditation, from the people in the meditation. So wherever your energy is lingering in this meditation, imagine it could come back to you in the sun above your head. I always like to see it as like if I were a genie and my energy turned into a vapor and went into the genie lamp, I imagine my energy is a vapor and it flows into the sun above my head. And you can bring that sun into the top of your head, saturate all your cells and organs with, again, your life force energy. And let's go ahead and create one more golden sun above our heads. And this sun you can fill up with energies that you want to vibrate at for either the rest of the week or the rest of the month. Remember, whatever energies you put, those high bright energies into the sun, when you do this repeatedly and you make them high and bright vibrations, your chakras, your body, that starts to match that energy and it starts to vibrate out. So that's what people feel when you walk into a room or you're around people. So you want to keep the energy really high and bright. That is also a way to vibrate back in high vibrational things. So you're going to vibrate in where you're vibrating at. So make sure it's high, high vibrations. So in the creating that second sun above your head, think about what you want to vibrate at. I'll call out a few energies and then just fill it up for yourself. That maybe a lot of ease and flow and clear communication, joy, love, peace, whatever it is for you. Add a lot of energies into that sun above your head, or add a few, whatever you feel like. Then bring that sun in through the top of your head and really saturate all your cells and organs. You can have some of that gold energy run down through your grounding cord all the way to the center of the planet. So you're vibrating with those wonderful energies from the center of the planet up through your body to the top of your head. Okay, and when you're ready, go ahead and take a couple of deep breaths and open your eyes. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a great month ahead. Good night.